So I've had some further questions about AVL trees, how they work, and how to do the homework, the ones by hand, and also the program. So I went ahead and I put together this video as a tutorial. There's also this guide here that I will save as a PDF and post it to Canvas as well. Okay. So I think the first thing, first there's a bit of confusion, and I always get confused, and now I know why. Whether you call something a left rotation or a right rotation is not consistent. I looked at 10 tutorials online and they all have a different interpretation. So whether you call it left or right, it doesn't matter as long as you are consistent within your document. Okay, so I don't know where the real answer is because I cannot find it to be consistent. So a right rotation either means that the tree is right heavy and you move the node up, or it means that you're moving the node to the right. And those are opposites. So we're just going to go with whatever you want, just keep it consistent. Okay. So, but I think if you're going to understand how these work and how to do them, we have to go to the basic properties. Okay. So first off, AVL trees are binary search trees. Okay, which means that for any node, the values in the left subtree, all of them, are less than the node's value, and the values in the right subtree are greater for every node. Okay. So you can have a tree that's unbalanced that's still an AVL tree, or that's still a binary search tree. If you add the numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, you'll get a stick, not a tree, but it will not violate the binary search tree property. Okay. As far as the AVL trees, we're going to calculate a balance factor. And some of you on the homework got your balance factors odd, if that's what you were doing. I'm not sure what you were doing. Some of you didn't put them all. But the balance factor is calculated per node, okay? And you calculate it by taking the height of the left subtree. Remember, the height is the maximum number of, or the length of the maximum path on that side. So the longest edge, okay, is the height minus the height of the right subtree, okay? If that number is -1, 0, or 1, we're calling it balanced, okay? If it's more than 2 or less than -2, then we have a problem, okay? So when any node becomes in that range, so less than -1 or greater than +1, then the tree has to be rebalanced using rotations, okay? So to start this process, when you're going to insert something into an AVL tree, you just insert the node as normal. Okay, it's a binary search tree. We know depending on whether it's greater than or less than, we're going to go left and right to get to the right spot. You place it there. Okay. The new node that you place has no children. So 0 minus 0 is 0. So the balance factor of a new node never needs to be calculated because it's 0. You can put a 0 if you want, but you don't have to. So you look at the parent node, the node that you were at before you added it, okay? And you check to see if that node has a balance factor in the proper range, okay? You then look at the parent of that node all the way back up to root, because sometimes adding something to one side will have an effect not in the parent, but in the grandparent, okay? So once you have a node that has a balance factor that is out of whack, okay, then you can go about rotating it, okay? And there are 4 rotations. If you have, and we're always only, something else to keep in mind, we're only rotating 3 nodes. If those nodes have children, they just stay with the nodes they're with, okay? But the 3 ways, if it's a stick, direct uh, like a 10 20 30 stick, okay, to the right, or a 30 20 10 stick to the left, okay. Those both take single rotations, where the idea is you take the middle element of the 3, you pull it up, and then the left and the right go. For the first one becomes the left, the last one becomes the right, okay. And then we have those that, or what I called in class, a dog leg. So if you have, say, 30 that goes to the right to 50, which goes to 40 to the left. Okay. So those, you can't do a direct left or right rotation. You have to do a combination. So if you, in that case, you would take the last 2, swap those, that will give you the stick. Okay. and the stick you can then rotate normally. So those are the compound rotations. Okay. So again, we're defining here that if the imbalance is on the left, we do a left rotation. If the imbalance is on the right, we do a right rotation. If the imbalance is on the right subtree of the left child, we do a left-right. And if it's on the left subtree of the right child, we do a right-left rotation. Okay. Again, those are up for debate. So let's look at an example. Okay. So we're going to do this example 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 25. Okay. And the 25 is likely to give us the most trouble. We start by inserting 10. The tree is empty, root's empty. So therefore, we're just going to insert it here. There's our tree. The balance factor of that is always 0. It's a new node. Okay. We now insert 20. So since it's a binary search tree, 20 is greater than 10. It goes here. So the balance factor here is going to be 0. It's a new node. The balance factor here is going to be 1, or sorry, 0 on the left, the height of the left subtree, there's nothing here, minus 1 or negative 1. So we don't need to do anything. Now when we add a 30, okay, 30, it's not equal to 10, but it's to the right of here, not equal to 20, it's to the right of here. There's nothing to the right of here, we added here, okay? So the balance factor here is going to be the left height is 0, the right height is 2. 0 minus 2 is negative 2, which is outside of our limit, okay? So we have to do something about it, okay? So the idea here is, and again, call it what you want, they're saying that this is right heavy. So this definition says that it's a right heavy tree. We're going to do a right rotation. Other things say since 20 is moving to the left, it's a left rotation. We're going to just go with the right rotation since it's right heavy. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to move 20 to be the new root. Okay. 10 will be less than that. 30 will be less than that. That gives us this. Okay. So now we have 30 and 10 are leaf nodes, so their balance factor is 0. 20, we have a 1 minus 1 or 0. So we're good. Okay. Now we go to insert 40. So again, we have the 20s on top now. We go, we start here on our insertion. 40 is bigger than that. We go to there. 30, 30's, 40 is bigger than 30, so it goes here. Okay. So now we have at the node we just added is this node. So at 30, it's going to be 0 minus 1 or negative 1. That's fine. We go back to 20. 20 is going to be a 1 minus 2 or negative 1, and that's fine too. So we don't need a rotation. Okay. Now we're going to insert a 50. Again, we start at the root. We keep going until we insert it here. Okay. So now our node at 50, of course, we know 0. We just added it. 40, it's negative 1. That's fine. 30 is now 0 minus 2 or negative 2. Okay. So this tree is heavy. So we have to do a rotation. Our rotation is going to be 30 has to move, is involved. 40 is involved. And 50 are involved. Okay. And the idea, basically, we're going to move up the 40. So the 40 moves up to here. We rotate it to there. Okay. The 30 goes there. The 50 goes there. Okay. So 30 and 50 both are have balance factors of 0 because they're leaf nodes. 40 is a 1 minus 1 or 0. 20 is at a 1 minus 2 or negative 1, and it's all good. So we're good. Okay. Now we're going to insert the 25. So the 25 is greater than the 20, but it's less than 40, and it's less than 30. So now it's over here. Okay. So now we have trouble, right? Because the balance factor at 25 is, of course, 0. The balance factor at 40 is going to be 2 minus 1, which is 1, which is fine. Okay. But the balance factor at 20 is now going to be 1 minus 3 or 2. So that's a problem. Okay. So that's not going to work for us. So the thing we're going to have to do, and I found this little schematic online at Geeks for Geeks, I think. that kind of showed what we're going to do in the same situation we have. We don't have the T3 in our case. Doesn't matter. Okay, so to keep along with what we're doing here, and they use generic things, X, Y's, and Z's, but I went ahead and converted most of it. The T's here revert to tree, so whatever is left there, we don't care about. So it means our final answer won't have that one. Okay, and it won't have the T3 in our particular case. Okay. So basically, what we have to do here, okay? So we're going from this position, okay? So what is out of line, okay, is going to be the 20, could bold these, the 40, and the 30, okay? This is what's causing the trouble, okay? So our first rotation, okay, is going to be to move this one over, okay, to straighten it out. Okay. So we do that by moving the 30 up to the 40, okay, into that spot. That pushes the 40 down, okay. The 30 still has a 25 to the left. The 40 still has a 50 to the left, and we're good. Okay. We haven't fixed things. Our balance factor at 20 is still -2. Okay. But we can now, again, we're still dealing with this, and this that are out of balance. Okay. So how do we fix that? We do a regular, it's right heavy. Okay. And we've switched because it doesn't matter. We pull the 30 up in any case, right? So the 30 becomes the new root. We'll bold these because these are the ones we're dealing with. The 20 goes over here, and the 40 goes over here. Okay. And then on the 20, whatever was connected to 20 is still connected to 20. Okay. Whatever was over here, okay, has to be put so it's to the right of this one. So it goes to this spot. Okay. And the 40 and the 50 are still the same. Okay. And we couldn't keep the 30 or this 25 to the direct left of the 30 because the 20 is moved there. So this one becomes freed up. We have to replace it in the right spot right there. Okay. So when we get here, we now have the 10, 25, and the 50, of course, all have balance factors of 0 because they're leaf nodes. We have the 20 has a balance factor of 0 because it has 1 minus 1. 40 has a balance factor of -1. It's 0 minus 1. And 30 has a balance factor of 0 because it is 2 minus 2. So we're good. We have a balanced tree. Okay. Hopefully that's helpful. I think that when you get to something like this is where it gets confusing. But the 20 is where it had the problem. Okay. So it's the 20, the 40, and the 30. That's all you're really doing. The others are just connected to those. Those three are going to do the shuffling. Okay. And we do that by basically, we first have to turn it straight by making it 20, 30, 40. So it's one straight line, not the dog leg. We then bring the 30 to the top. Do that in 2 steps. The rest of the stuff's just going to hang on when it can and be redistributed when it has to. Okay. So some tips when we're working on these, you start with small examples first. Okay. And even when you're doing the program, you want to do them on paper so you understand what's happening. Okay. You want to check the balance at each step. Okay. So you check the balance of the parent node for the node just added, and then back up the tree, making sure things are okay. Okay. And again, if you draw each rotation, it will help you to clarify how things work. Okay. And the textbook sometimes will put for the trees that we're not going to specify, it puts a triangle with T1, T2, whatever. You can do that if it helps you visualize. Okay. So hopefully this is helpful in learning how to figure out the AVL trees. Okay. They're relatively complicated. We're at a complicated part of the class. Okay. So the B trees that we did are also complicated. Okay. And what we add next will also, we still have heaps to do and graphs and those things. They all have their complexities, but the key is to be able to break it down into simple atomic steps, understand how those work on small examples, spend the time that you need to spend to fully grasp what you're doing. Okay. Getting the correct answer one time does not help you. Understanding how you got the correct answer is the key. Okay. We've got the final coming up, and you know you're ready when every step is obvious. Okay. There's nothing tricky here in terms of once you understand it. Figuring it out can be tricky, but once it's in your head, there's no other way for it to be except the way that it is. Okay. So hopefully that's helpful. So if you have more questions, let me know. We'll try to work through things. AVL trees are a pretty big topic for us to deal with. Okay.